Hey everyone, this is Denise with Night Reader. Oh, with Night Reader. With Modern Priscilla Tarot. I was just noticing that Night Reader has joined. Welcome. I'm sure that everybody missed me yesterday. I know I missed you guys, so I'm hoping you missed me. I am back today, and we're going to do some free tarot readings. As always, a big, huge thank you to Night Reader Tarot, who is my fabulous moderator. And thank you to all of you for being here. Just some quick housekeeping reminders. Questions are free. They are selected randomly. Donations do take priority. So donations of any amount, you can go right there into my, description, and you can see my PayPal link. That does give you priority status, which ensures you a reading and bumps you up in line. So keep that in mind, and we'll see what we can see. I want to say hello to a couple people. I see Lily. Hello, how are you? Preeti, hello. Monica, Aneri, hello. Mary M, it's always good to see you. And yeah, just a quick mention, I did see that for whatever reason, I have already received a thumbs down before I even started. So that's, that's kind of mean, because clearly the only reason to do that is to be mean. I mean, hey man, free speech. If you don't like it, you don't want to be here, unsubscribe, all that good stuff. But since I hadn't even started yet, that was literally done just to be mean. So I don't appreciate that. I don't like negativity on my channel. I'm a big believer in the power of positive thought and positive energy. So please keep that in mind, and please don't bring negative energy to the channel. All right, enough said. Let's talk about some fun stuff. Let's do some readings. Now, let me just check here. Now, here we go. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to get started. Night Reader is going to be my eyes and ears, and it looks like we have a donation coming in from, this is from Guidance Reader. And Guidance Reader, I'm starting to write these down now so that I can connect YouTube names. But if you wouldn't mind just giving me a quick little help here so that I know who you are, so I can read your question. And while I'm waiting for that, I just want to thank you guys. I see some really nice comments. Mary M, thank you. Yeah, we don't need any negativity here. And you know what? Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And my readings or my personality may not, be a good fit for everybody. But, with all due respect, though, you can't possibly thumbs down me before I've even started. So that's just me. Okay, Kyra, I am writing it down. And I started doing that the other day because I have apparently got a worse memory than I thought I did. So Kyra, I am writing this down so that I remember. To the rest of you, if you donate, if you would be so kind as to write your screen name in. Usernames for YouTube are often different than PayPal, so I have trouble connecting it sometimes. So please, if you can do that for me, that would be great. Save some time, and let's get to Kyra's question. So Kyra would like to know, and thank you, Kyra. Thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. All right. Kyra Beach would like to know, does Jack have good intentions? We're going to use the Wizard's Tarot to kick off the day. So we're going to see what's going on here with Jack. Does Jack have good intentions? Let's find out what Jack is doing. Jack. When I said Jack, it reminded me of The Incredibles. Anybody who's watched that? Jack. Okay, does he have good intentions? Okay, yeah, I am seeing there are good intentions. I definitely see good intentions. I'm thinking though that this will probably take a little while to completely manifest itself and being in the place where you want to be. I'm assuming obviously you're wanting to take this to the next level. So that would make sense, though, to take it in a slow way, because again, anything that we, rush or that we jump into quickly, that's usually when we find, it kind of blows up in our face, right? So that's not concerning, that it looks like there might be a little bit of a little slower progression, but that's fine. We've got a couple things that do indicate movement, though. We've got the Page of Wands. Pages are always new information, messages, that kind of a thing. And this page is ready to jump in, move forward, ready to kind of push things forward. So this to me is telling me that I think one of you is going to be ready to kind of move forward very quickly, and the other one might want to put on the brakes a little bit. That doesn't mean not have fun. That doesn't mean not to continue, but it means to just kind of take a little step back and make sure you're taking assessment over what's going on. But then after that, here we have the World. And, that is often the completion of a cycle, getting things moving, as you see the Page who's ready to jump in. And then we see the other side ready to slow it down a little bit. I think this is where we're going to see where it's truly all going to bloom. I see good intentions. The Emperor is telling me that this will kind of click and will kind of evolve in a very natural way. And I think it's the balance between wanting to rush in full-fledged and take your time. I think that's the balance that needs to be discovered and adhered to. But yeah, I see good intentions. I don't see anything that would make me think otherwise, not even like a maybe. I think everything looks pretty positive. Pretty positive. Just keep that balance. Keep that balance. All right, Kyra, that's exciting. That balance is hard for everyone, I'm sure. I can't just speak for myself. I can't speak for all of you, but I just know I talk to a lot of people. I've done a lot of counseling, and, finding that balance is hard, especially when you're in it. When you're in it, we don't see things that we would see if it were not us, So keeping your eyes wide open is important. Well, thank you so much for your donation. I hope that was helpful. And let us see what we have next on the agenda. Thank you all for all your positive comments about that too. I really appreciate that. I know we've got a lot of positivity going on, and I don't want any negativity creeping in. Okay, Monica would like to know, why did he reject me? Does B love me? So let's find out. What is going on? Why are you getting a rejection? Let us use, you know what? I'm changing my mind. I don't want to use that one. I was going to use Lightseers, but we're going to use Arcanum. I'll remind you guys, the selection of decks is not a reflection over, what I see in your question always. It's mostly usually what I'm feeling drawn to. And a lot of times I don't know what I'm drawn to till I read the questions. So no rhyme or reason other than what my intuition decides. Okay, Monica, did he reject you? What is B doing? Does B love you? Or is he putting the hand up saying nope? Let's find out. Monica, what is going on and why is he rejecting you? Oh, and thank you. Your side just saw your comment there, and thank you. I'm so glad. I try really hard, you guys. I want to not only be, ooh, fun, cool, it's tarot. I mean, I'm hoping to give you something that's not only insightful, but something you can actually put into use in your daily lives. I mean, I really do care about what you guys are doing. That's why I do this. I mean, yeah, I think the cards are super cool, but can't read for yourself all day, right? Okay. So why did he reject you? Okay. I'm feeling, now we've got these two here that are really standing out to me. This is the Four of Pentacles. This is the Five. So it's like, I think that there's something on that B is just keeping you out, like shut out on. I think for whatever reason, it looks like B is really putting up walls against the love. Here we've got a Two of Cups, which would obviously be love. Just by the picture, you can see that. But it's two coming together of two things that are in harmony. Obviously, cups is love and emotions, so that would make sense. But here right next to that is the Eight of Cups. And this is typically kind of looking for more, wanting to see what else is out there kind of a thing. I see here that it looks like B is just shutting you out. This is this holding on too tight, and this is literally keeping somebody out. And they're 4 and 5 in the suit, so therefore they are following each other. So I see it. It's purposeful being kept out. Now, why? There is nothing there. It's here. We've got the 2 of Cups. He's keeping you out, right? And why? He's walking away to something else. What is that? We don't know yet. So I think he's definitely keeping you out, but I don't see as a why. We're going to pull an endgame card. Is there some indication as to what might have happened? Because this just tells me that, yep, he's going this way. Either side of this 2 of Cups is walking away. So let's get a why. I'm going to pull the bottom card for the end game. King of Swords. All right. Well, this guy now, or girl, B, I'm not sure. I try to be gender neutral. I apologize if I'm not. I'm wondering if B has the tendency to be kind of emotionally detached. Just kind of not interested in kind of the deeper things. The King of Swords is somebody who is usually very emotionally detached. It's somebody who's kind of strict and severe with their lives and how they go about things. Very, meticulous and strategious. But it's usually somebody who's closed off to emotions. And what I'm wondering is, this emotional connection, did that scare B? Did that make B say, I don't know how to deal with that or how to react to that, so I'm out? I'm wondering if it has something to do with the emotional aspect that perhaps he expected. I see he's keeping you out, but I don't see him like running away like, oh, it's run away from, something terrible. I just see it. It's like it's this personal thing about him. I'm wondering, just based on those cards, if maybe you're deep and he or she can't handle the deepness or the emotional connection. Give it a little time and see if maybe some distance will make B see things differently. Sometimes, we just need a little bit of time to figure it out. But yeah, I didn't see anything terrible like, oh, he left because you have, bad taste in shoes or, something silly like that. Okay. I hope that helps. I hope B comes back. If that's what you want. Sometimes you got to reevaluate your own, preferences. Sometimes we do that with experience. Ms. Wheats Tarot, hello, how are you? Luna Moon. Let's move on. We've got Mary M. would like to know, what's S's current energy feelings for me? Is he wanting a message for me on a religious event that is going on? Okay. So S, we want to know what the current energy is around the feelings for you, and it is S wanting a message during this event that's actually in progress. We're going to use the light seers because it's awesome, and there's no other reason. Whoops. You guys are going to be so excited. I was able to order a new tarot deck today. I've got the Crow Tarot coming in. It should be here by Friday. So we shall have another deck in our little lineup. All right, we want to know about S. Okay, Mary. All right, wanting a message from Mary, and what are your feelings? What is going on with the message? I want to see swords or I want to see pages because those are the messages and communications. Let's find out what we've got. Knight of Cups. Ooh la la is all I'm going to say about that. Page of Pentacles and Three of Wands. Okay, feelings towards you. I'm thinking there are definitely feelings. There is, very positive feelings, but I also think in a romantic way. I think that that S it's looking here. I mean, look at the King of Cups. First of all, let's sidetrack and go ooh la la. But this guy, he is the king, the Knight of Cups. I mean, he is like the Don Juan. He's romantic. He's loving. He's got it all, the whole package. Look, he's got a horse waiting to take you and dinner and the roses and so the current energy is looking like there is some very positive feelings towards you romantically, but also from the standpoint of your life, that you have your everything's in order. You have everything going for you, and I think that is definitely recognized. This is somebody who is a good decision maker too, so I don't think there's any question about that. I think there are positive feelings toward you. The Page of Pentacles, this is a message. Remember, we were talking about pages. This is a message, and it's about everyday life. Now, I realize the religious event is obviously of more of a spiritual type of topic, but it's also part of your daily life. I mean, this is something that you've built in. I can tell just because obviously if there's a religious event that you would have attended, this must be connected to your religious practice. So that's part of your daily life too. So what I'm seeing here with this page is, yes, I think there is a message that is being waited on. I think there is a wait for the message. What comes after that? The Three of Wands. That's saying like, I'm ready to get started on this journey, but I don't know where to go. Do you know what's jumping out to me? I'm waiting for this message, and I don't know what to do with if I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. I'm waiting to find out, because look it's all bare. There's like nowhere. I don't know what to do. Do I climb a tree? Do I go over this hill? Do I go past this water? Can't tell because it's just all blank. You see what I'm saying? So I think the message that's what's being waited on, like the contact, that initial instigation. I don't know if that's the right word, but yeah, I mean, initiation, that's the word. Initiation, that's what's waiting. So positive feelings, yes, waiting on a message. Maybe the message that you're going to send is what's going to trigger the rest. I hope that made sense. I'm shaking all the cards all over. Sometimes the cards are really talking, though, and they need a little bit of movement to match. All right. Well, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. There's nothing more. Well, impatience is one of the things I don't like, but I do not like not hearing or not knowing. I want to know everything. All right, guys. All right. Well, we've got a few more people. I want to say hello, Ms. Dior and Bobblehead. Welcome. To any of you that are here that have not already subscribed to my channel, please hit subscribe. I'd love to keep in contact, and I'd love to let you know when things are popping up. Plus, the subscribers help me, because then I can start unleashing some new cool stuff you get to do once you reach a certain level. All right, Yursa Showcat. What is the Gemini's intention behind texting me after months of no contact? Okay, so you've gotten some contact after months of no contact, and you're wanting to know what is the purpose, what's the intention, and what's going to happen next. Let's just see. All right, Gemini, why did you text? What's the real motivation behind that text? And what are you wanting to come of it? All right, we're going to use Anna Kay. Anna Kay is number one most awesome deck in my collection. Okay. Well, I think, now I'm not sure why you weren't talking before, but I'm thinking that the Gemini is thinking that whatever happened in the past is something that can be just forgotten. Just walk away. I mean, notice this guy is like walking away. We've got the High Priestess here. He's got, he's the very wise one. He's like kind of telling you like the ins and outs, the ups and downs, the backs and fronts. He knows it all. The High Priest is who you go to when you need guidance. So whatever the reason was between the no contact, you both probably have your own reasons. You both probably think you're right. I'm sure one of you is, or both of you in the middle somewhere. But I think the new text is saying, let's just move on from that. Let's just start over. And that's what's saying here, the Three of Rods. Two of Swords is walking into the Three of Swords, and he's saying, let's walk away from this and let's start new. Let's see here how we can move on. Why? Because I think that the Gemini wants to get back to where things started. I think a new chapter with a fresh, clean slate is what the goal is. So I do think that's the motivation. And I think that as far as the process of how that's going to evolve from this to this is, I think Gemini says, let's just put that behind us and focus on where we're going. See what I mean? So I'm thinking the intention was to start things up or trigger things up. Now, if this is not a romantic person, you know, this could be obviously putting aside your differences and developing your friendship or your relationship in your family. You know, it could be any of those things. I got the real impression, though, that this is more of a romantic question, which the first thing that came to mind was, again, putting aside all those things that may be true and good points that were made that broke it up in the first place. But it's like, let's leave this behind and let's start over and see where we can be. Okay. All right. Well, I hope that goes well. You're going to have to obviously, you know, always, guys, make decisions based on your best judgment. But it's nice when we read the tarot, we can get like a little insight and we'll get a little, you know, so we're not walking in blind. We kind of have some ideas. And if we hear something we don't like, or we're like, oh, gee, well, that's not what I want, we have the opportunity to change it. We have free will, my friends. We have free will. Everybody does, though. We can't just think like, oh, I have free will. You got to remember other people have free will too, and they're going to do what they're going to do. So can't control others, but we can control ourselves. All righty. Sangita asks, is Pisces stalking me on Facebook? Ooh, we got a stalker potentially, huh? A creeper. Let's do today's journey. I'm going to get out of my fancy magnetic box. Is Pisces stalking me on Facebook? Mary, I just saw your follow-up. Are you suggesting I should send it? I'm saying that's what it's looking like to me. That's what it's looking like to me. I mean, do a temperature check with yourself and be like, does this feel right? But so don't just do it because I said that, but that's what I'm thinking. All right. Someone's stalking Sangita. All right, let's find out. What are we going to see here? These are sticky. Well, not sticky, but they stick together very easily. But I love them, so I'll give them a pass. All right. All right, we've got 2 fire. All right. I would say most likely it looks like yes. I would say most likely. Look how much fire we have here. Fire, heats. We've got wands. We've got the Father of Fire, which is fire king, of wands. And then we've got the 5 of fire. I think that Pisces is sitting back and watching what's going on Facebook. Or, Facebook. Watching what's going on. Look at this. We've got them playing a basketball game. They're interacting. He's just watching all the interactions and sitting there and taking it in and trying to determine what to do next. I think the stalking is because of interest, obviously, just for lack of a better word, being nosy, wanting to check it all out. But I think there is a strategic reason, whether that means Pisces is wanting to connect with you, Pisces wants to argue with you, whatever it is that Pisces looking to, what's the end game. We'll pull an end game card, but I'm thinking Pisces is watching everything that's happening. Why? Because I think Pisces thinks that this is going to change things. Maybe Pisces thinks if I have some inside information, I can change things. I can make something else happen. I can make this happen. I can change the direction. If it's somebody you've rejected, maybe they think, okay, if I know more about this person, I can, swoop in. But that's what this is saying. They're hoping for this to change. They're definitely watching. Definitely, I would say. And let's do an endgame card. I put them behind me. Hang on. Here we go. All right, let's do an end game and see if we can see why. I mean, I think why is because they obviously want to get back in good favor or back in line with you. But let's just find out. Nine of Earth wants to have it all. Okay, is this somebody you were that you used to date, or that you weren't, that wants to date you that you haven't? Kind of. I think that the watching is going on to figure out what to do. It's going to make they think it's going to make a big change, and that things are going to really come into play. That watching gives them insight because they want to have it all. They want to have it all. That's exactly what is going on. It's very clear. Very clear. So that's what the tarot is suggesting is happening. That jumped out at me, though, right away. So I tend to listen to things that pull my attention. So, use your best judgment, but I would go at it with a kind of suspicion that, yeah, I think that's why. And I think it's because Pisces wants to be in your life and thinks that that's the way to get into your life. Alrighty, hope that helps. And then Neri, you're saying your name is Monica. Oh, you're Monica too. I see what you're saying. Sorry, I read that out of sync and I didn't connect the conversation. I'm just tripping on my words today, aren't I? All right, Luna Moon, what will happen in my love life in the next 2 months? I am a Gemini. So let's do this a little differently. I'm going to use the Druid Craft, and I'm going to do 2 months. So we're going to do 4 cards, and I'm going to do month 1, month 2. I'm going to do them kind of in columns so that we can kind of see a little better time frame distinction. Sometimes when I do them left to right, it kind of blurs the lines as far as timeline, and I'm finding that this helps me really kind of dial down. All right, Luna Moon, what's going to happen in your love life in the next 2 months? Well, we want to know month 1, and we want to know month 2. What else do we want to know? We want to clarify, get deeper on month 1. My goodness, I can't even talk. And we want deeper on month 2. I like to declare them when I lay them down. I apologize, my window is too small to do it like I would normally do it. All right, so month 1. It's looking like you're going to be getting some news. There's something new coming in your financial world, in your regular everyday life world. So resources, time, money, energy, those kinds of things. There's something coming in. It's not coming in super fast, but it is moving. This is the Knight of Pentacles. And to clarify the Knight, we've got the Hanged Man. So what does this mean? Month 1, in the next month, we're looking at getting some things coming in. I think you're going to be seeing some movement. I don't know if you're maybe talking to somebody or if somebody you've got a crush on. I'm feeling like something like that might be coming in. I'm not seeing like hot and heavy, but I am seeing something coming. So since this is a love question, that would be, something on its way. And this tells me that it's somebody that you might need to look at in a different way. This is the Hanged Man. He is, well, let's do this before we do any more. The Hanged Man here, who is now wearing a loincloth. There you go. Okay, so the Hanged Man is saying to look differently. So I'm thinking that maybe somebody is in your life right now who you might want to reconsider, or somebody new you think, now month 2, it's looking like there's going to be something to kind of celebrate. It looks like you're going to be having some movement. Maybe this person here, you're going to have some movement coming in. I think that's looking really good. Oh, yeah. And then we've got the Page of Cups. This is a message of love, So let's put it together. Month 1, I think you might have some movement. I think you're going to be, getting things in order, whether that means kind of firming things up with somebody for like a first date, or deciding to actually go on the date. Somebody that you might even be going into it going, we'll see. Well, I think it's going to go well. And then I think things are going to take off. I think in the second month, I think that you're going to see some things really taking off. I think it looks good, but I will say, check and see, man, if he's wearing this ugly little loin. Well, he's not wearing a loincloth. Yeah. So he needs to be fully dressed. Let's just say that. All right. Yeah, that's not my favorite. Not because it's not a good artwork, but it's just a little bit like, whoa, it's a little more than I expected. Okay. Well, I hope that helps, Luna Moon. I think that looks pretty good for 2 months. All right. We have a Mary. Any good news coming for me in August? Let us see. Let us see. We are going to use, what would be a good news deck? I'm going to do, it's all the way behind me. No wonder I can't find it. Lightseers. We're going to do Lightseers. All right. Any good news for a Mary in August? What are we doing in August? Okay. Well, I'm going to do this week 1. There's 4 weeks in a month, usually 4.5, but we're just going to go for 4 because obviously I can't do half a card. And I don't know how many weeks are in August, maybe 5, but we're just going to do 4. If there are 5, you can obviously quarter it out a little bit. All right, so week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Yeah, good news in the end of the month. Near the end of the month, I think you're going to be getting some good news. Absolutely. 10 of Cups tells me that definitively. So I see some good news coming in. I actually think, though, the whole month is looking pretty good. During the first week, I think you're going to be seeing some movement on some things. You're going to be seeing some things starting to take off. You know, and that can mean, too, that things are coming to you. It might be things that, you know, you've already started working on that are going to start really progressing. Or it might just be some new ideas or some new people, you know, whatever that looks like coming in. So things are going to be coming quickly. Week 2, this is the Page of Wands. Now, Page of Wands is always new information, new messages. It's usually kind of like the beginnings. So a new message would be like the first time you've kind of considered something, you know, that kind of a thing. So I think you're going to be having some new things to think about in the second week. Wands is the suit of growth and effort. So this is going to be something, a news or a message of some kind that you're going to actually be able to take and utilize. So whatever's going to be coming in is coming in quickly. And then here we've got the King of Cups during week 3. King of Cups, this is somebody who is really got his emotions all in check, very secure, very stable. But as you can see by the card, somebody who's very introspective, somebody that kind of wants to sit in the peace and sort it out. You need to kind of listen. And in order to listen, you need to be still. And, you know, listen to your instincts, listen to what's going on. And then that happiness that we talked about is right there in the 4th week of August. It's looking real good. So it looks like a really good month. Things might be coming quickly. So be sure to use your introspective abilities to not get swept away in the speed of which whatever this news might be. But yeah, it's looking real good. Looking, oh man, I dropped it. Looking real, real good. All right. Awesome. That looks fantastic. Let us see what else is next. Bobblehead. Will Akash come back and reconcile? Does he love me? Let's use our, where to go? Pre-Raphaelite. Haven't used that one. I didn't use it all day yesterday or the day before. I did miss you guys. I do love reading for you guys, and I'm starting to get to know you, even though I'm terrible with names. I am, you know, got an invested interest in what happens with you guys now. So, all right, a huge thank you again to Night Reader Tarot, who is my moderator. He does such a great job. And you guys, if you have not checked him out yet, you need to. He is on at 6 p.m. Eastern. He has his own tarot channel doing free live readings at 6 p.m. Eastern. Head on over to the Night Reader Tarot's page. Okay. So, we're waiting to see if Akash is coming back to reconcile, and are there still love feelings there? Let's find out. sometimes I can't automatically see when they're upside down, and then I get a hanged man, and it really throws me off. All right, so we have got the Emperor here. The Emperor is very secure. What I'm seeing here is the Emperor right here next to the Page of Cups. I do think that there is something strong, a love message, a love declaration, love's feelings. This is coming though, but I believe there's something to do with a message. I think you're going to hear something, and I feel like it will be from Akash telling you that this is what it is. This is what the feelings are, I mean. Here, excuse me, here we have the Justice card, which is a decision. So, the Emperor's feeling very much secure with what they want to do, and here comes the message. So, decision to be doing it, the message comes in, and then here's the decision. The decision, this is something where you, when it's in this card, a decision that is of consequence, being fair. It's, this is not something like, yep, you're out of here. Yep. Oh, you're good. This is somebody with deeper thought. So someone who's given this a deeper level of consideration. There is a decision coming. And then here we have another decision. And it's juggling between two things. So sometimes it's about stability. Sometimes it's about keeping the balance in mind while you're trying to juggle two things or decide about two things. So I'm seeing, yes, that there is something going on here. There are some feelings, and it looks like there will be some contact about a reconciliation. But the very strong message from the tarot right now is that decision on your part, your decision on what to do next with this. Well, what do you do? Well, that's saying you're going to really need to be weighing it out, being fair and balanced, not only in how you're accepting of his, for apology or whatever it is, but also you got to really be thinking, and I can't stress this enough, what do you want? What do you want? And, actions speak louder than words, and make sure you're getting both, not only the words, but the actions. And I think that's exactly what these two are saying. So yeah, here he's coming. Akash is saying, woohoo. So yeah, I see it. I see it. All righty. Hope that was helpful. I hope that was helpful. And please, guys, drop a comment. You can even later come back to this video and drop one in the comments there. Let me know. I'm always anxious to hear how things go or what changes. All right. Ms. Dior would like to know, am I special to L? Let's find out. We're going to use classic Llewellyn. All right, guys, I want to remind you, if you are in a hurry or you're just wanting to bypass the list and make sure you get your reading, you can always drop a donation of any amount, and that would bump you to priority status. So you get your reading and be bumped ahead in line. All right, L thinking. All right, Elle, what are you thinking about Ms. Dior? All right, guys, and remember this too. These are mini readings. If you would like to get down deeper and, answer some follow-up questions and stuff like that, I do private. What is my problem? I do private readings as well. So keep that in mind and shoot me an email, and we'll set something up and get in a little deeper. All right. Are you special to L? And I would say, I think so. I do think so. And I'll explain why. First of all, we have the sun. The sun is the happiest, joyful, feeling. I mean, warmth, flowers, a baby. I mean, everything, these warm, fuzzy, happy feelings. So I would say yes, that you bring these feelings to L. I also think that L is feeling that, you are something to perhaps be proud of, So I'm thinking there is some pride going on there. Now, whether or not that means that L is proud of what you've done or proud of just, and is proud of you that way, or if L is proud to have you with L, you see what I mean? Like not flaunting and showing off in a negative way, but proud, like, look who I'm with, or look who I'm dating, or look who's my friend, or whatever that means. But it's pride. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is everybody's friend. Everybody's friend. Great planner. Everybody loves the Queen, this little bunny. They've got flowers growing, the stream. So I'm thinking that, yes, you are very special to Elle. I see that coming through really strongly in these three especially. And then here we've got the Three of Wands, which to me tells me that there's a possibility, a hope, and a belief that this could go anywhere. I think that's positive optimism. That's a good way to put it. Positive optimism. Now, if this is a romantic situation, I would be like, oh yeah, this is looking good, good foundation. If this is a friend or a family member or work colleague and you're wanting to know, I don't know, the way you phrased it, I get the impression it's love. But if it's not, it's something else. The same applies. So it's not, specific to love, but the love aspect is really coming through strong to me. And I'm thinking you are very special. And the field is wide open as to what to do with that. Yeah. Well, that's exciting. Well, I hope you're special to Elle, but what about Elle? Is Elle special to you? I hope so. We have to remember ourselves in there. We got to be our own best friend. Our own best friend. All righty. So let me see here. Got a few other people in here. Hello, Venus Nazareth. Hello. And ZX, Brave Heart Esquire, or S. I'm assuming that means Esquire. All right. So let's get going. I don't see any donations in right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep moving along. All right. Christine would like to know what's coming up for me in love this August. Why do I feel like we did this? It was another person with a similar question, isn't it? Yeah. I just want to make sure I'm not duplicating myself. I don't mean to waste your time to do it twice. Okay, let me go back. Here we go. I'm sorry, Christine. I was confused. What's coming up for me in love this August? August sounds like a good month, huh? Let us use... No, I don't want to use that one yet. I'm going to use my Alice in Wonderland Tarot. Wonderland and Tarot is wonderful. What's coming up in love for Christine? Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I feel like today is Saturday because I wasn't available yesterday, and so I kind of screwed myself up. Okay. Christine wants to know what's coming up for love me this August. Well, we did 4 weeks before. We're going to do that again. Like I said, I'm not even sure how many weeks are in August off the top of my head, but I know there's 5 and 4 and blah, blah, but we're doing 4. 4 is my favorite number. Ooh, week 1. I see something very new in love coming. It's an Ace of Cups. Cups is the suit of love and emotion. And I'm seeing literally that's what that means. So first week sounds like a new opportunity for love. High Priestess. This is kind of be where you're going to be figuring it out. Like, what do I do with this information? Do I like this person? Is this somebody I want to pursue? Getting to know this person phase. So it's either one of two things. It's kind of like you met somebody and woo, I like them. What should I do? Or it's starting to get to know this new person, and it's the unknown of getting to know somebody. I mean, you got to think about it. Getting to know somebody, you can learn a lot about. I mean, if you have a 10-hour phone call, a conversation, or a date, or you can talk about a lot of things in 10 hours, but it's always smart. You got to keep learning. Things unfold the longer you're with somebody. So that's the whole point of dating. I always consider it like job interviews. You pass the first one, great. Maybe we'll have a second interview. Pass that, okay, great. Now we're at the third. Do I make the job offer? That kind of a thing. You're interviewing these people. So love coming in, trying to figure it out. Then the third week, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. And this is somebody who, like I said, is a very friendly person. Everybody loves the Queen. She is somebody who makes great plans. She's a great planner, but she doesn't often follow through with the plan. So somebody else needs to kind of pick up the slack there. Week 3, what I'm thinking that means is that, there'll be some plans as to what can you do moving forward. And I think those are still going to be kind of in the preliminary stages. I don't see them, not to say they won't advance things, but that, it'll still be a little slower going. And the reason I say that is because here at the end, we have the Emperor, and that's about standing firm. That's about being fair. That's about planning. That's about being strategic. So I think what you can expect in August is you can expect something new coming in, but the real strong message here from the tarot is that you're going to really be thinking about how to move forward. And as I've said a couple times today even, this doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy the progression and take some chances and things like that. Of course, enjoy it. That's how we learn. But what it's really saying, though, is, before you get in super deep, you really do need to kind of plan. And, it might be a bit before you can move forward until you have that plan. And that's for your own safety, your own protection, as well as for whoever that other person lucky enough to be coming back for the interview is going to be as well. Well, that's a good one too. I see good things happen in August. I'm married, so I won't be dating, but I'm going to tell my husband there better be some good stuff coming in. All right, now I heard something happening here. Let me see if I have a donation. Okay, we're going to move on. All righty, Zoe would like to know, will Joseph and I meet for the first time in the future? We are long distance. Okay, so a long distance relationship, wanting to know if you're going to get together. We are going to use the Today's Journey, which is behind me, of course. There we go. All right, Today's Journey. We're going to meet for the first time. Will Joseph and I meet for the first time in the future? We're long distance. So are you going to be meeting is the question. Long distance relationship starting up. I want to know, is it going to result in a face-to-face meeting? We want to know any other insight too that tarot can provide. Okay. Yes, I do believe so. All right, and I'll tell you why. Right away, I think so. I think you guys are going to have some creative ways of getting together. Now, whether that means, I don't know where Joseph is and where you are in the world, but, depending on how far away you are, that might involve other details. Like, I'm in the U.S., so somebody who's in the next state over, that's a little easier to plan than me to go to Australia, So depending on where you are in the world and where Joseph is, that might be about why you have to be creative to plan it out. It also might mean just getting your schedules in place, figuring out like what to do, where to go, where to stay. But it does seem like, there's going to have to be some creative planning. But I do see you getting together. I do see that happening. Here we have the Six of Water. That's the Six of Cups. And so I see that you guys are going to have a lot to talk about. You're going to have a lot of the conversations that have led you to this point. You're going to have a lot to talk about, and that's going to continue. The warning from the tarot, though, is make sure you have other things in common with Joseph so that when you do meet in person, you're not left with, once you talk about all the things you've kind of already got talked about, once you've expanded on the things you've already talked about, you're not left sitting there with nothing to talk about, or, only talking about what you already know, so make sure you have that, it's not just surface. I mean, and once you've exhausted the topics of conversation, you're just standing there like, duh, what do we have to talk about? So make sure it's well-rounded. There's nothing wrong with looking back and nostalgia and all of that, but it is saying, make sure you don't run out of things to talk about, because, if you go to Joseph or Joseph comes to you, if you run out of things to say, halfway through dinner, that's kind of leaving you sitting out of state or out of your own element, wondering, what am I going to do here? So yeah, so I'm seeing it. I'm definitely seeing it. Just make sure you have more to talk about than what you've already talked about. Make sure that that doesn't mean you have to make up an agenda about what we're going to discuss, but just, if you guys can talk about nothing or everything. That's sort of the best way you can range it. I can either talk about nothing and we'll still have fun, or we can talk about everything and be deep and be, introspective and share everything. Yeah, you want to have something in the middle. All righty, well, good luck. I've done long distance myself. I'm not kidding, guys. I have done a little bit of everything. Pretty much. There's some things I haven't done. Oh, well, good luck with that. Okay, Shraddha would like to know, will I get married to Naman? Let's find out. Let's do here it is, pre-Raphaelite. We're going to find out if you are going to get married to Naman. And I apologize if I'm not pronouncing things correct. I make an effort, I really do. I just usually fail. But Shraddha would like to know if you're going to get married to Naman. Naman. Okay. I really try to focus in on the cards, which is part of the reason why I have my moderator, the night reader there, helping me out, so that I can really dial in and so that I can be receptive and hear what the tarot is trying to say, So another big thank you to night reader. Alrighty. So, are you going to get married? Let's see here. Let us see. So, we've got death here, which means the death of something moving on to a new chapter. I'm seeing bookends here. We've got bookends. These middle cards are obviously bookended by these two. Now we've got the Queen of Pentacles. And as I said, everybody loves the Queen. Everybody wants to be the Queen's friend. The Queen knows how to plan, but the Queen doesn't follow through. Here on the other side, we've got being proud of your work, showing it off. People are looking to see what you're doing. I think these are bookends. I think this is saying that, you do know how to plan. You've got an idea of what to do as far as managing your relationship. That's, of course, involving interaction with day-to-day interaction, but it also means planning for the future. I think what this is saying is, in your mind, you have been planning. You're not sure kind of how that's going to follow or progress and how that's going to turn into a reality. It's already planned out in your mind, I think. And I think, you've got this all set in your mind. It's about whether or not it's going to come true. And for that, I see here in the center, this is the change. That's a big change coming. It's a big change. Something is going to change things up where that plan is going to result, the unrealized plan is going to result in a final plan. That's what the 6 is saying. The 6 is saying that this is going to be celebration. This is the building of something new. It's the beginning stages of a huge celebration. So again, we got the bookends. I think that's you. And I think it's you planning this all out in your mind, but then not sure. You're waiting to see if Naman is going to obviously do, pick up the slack and finally put into place the rest of the plan or solidify the plan. And I think that's going to happen. That's going to be the big change. And it's going to lead to this. So the big change, I think that Naman is going to start helping to plan or helping to progress the issue by actually proposing, or something like that. Now, I don't have, I mean, if they were all cups and the lovers and all that, I would have said, whoa, where are you going on your honeymoon? You know, but this involves kind of, it looks like one-sided planning, waiting for the other to sort of get involved or make this happen. And by planning, I didn't mean planning your wedding. I mean planning the progression of your relationship. You've already got it worked out in your mind. And I think Naman needs to step up, and something's going to change, that is going to happen. I believe that's exactly what the cards were saying. All righty. Let us see. Jane is saying, let me see, what happened, Jane? I'm seeing you. I don't see any donations, so I already did the donation, and that was for Kyra. I did skip you, Jane. I went back up here. Apologize. Oh, Bambi, I don't know if you're still here, but I'm so glad you were here. She said hello. Bambi is a wonderful author, friend of mine. She writes wonderful books. She has a channel. Look her up, Bambi Harris. Great books. That's a whole nother show I could get into. All right. Sorry about that, Jane. Will my crush and reconcile with me? Again, I'm a Capricorn. Yesterday, you cut him off, argued, and finished myself. Finished myself. What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay. You cut him off yesterday. Are you going to reconcile again? All right. So I can't tell. Now, if you cut him off, why do you want to reconcile? Maybe you're changing your mind today. Let's find out. Let's just see what the cards say, because I don't know about, kind of wrapping my head. I'm not quite reading what that is or understanding. But I'm asking it like it's written. Yeah, apparently I'm having a hard time saying my words today. All right, we're going to use the Tarot of the Haunted House. Another very cool theme deck. Okay, Tarot of the Haunted House. We want to know, will they reconcile again after the argument? Yes. Yes, I do believe so. But I think that you will continue to have to hash this out, though, if you don't work it out. Whatever you argued about, I think, is still there. And it won't, you can't move on from the argument if you don't learn something from the argument. And whether that's some kind of learning about each other in terms of, you know, what you want and things like that. If it's something silly, like you argued about which movie to go see or why do you park your car there, you know, typically silly arguments like that are usually, there's something else. They're not really about the car or the shoes or the, you know, whatever goofy thing. It's about something deeper. It's about respect. It's about direction in life. It's about morals, values, and it sometimes comes out in goofy things that you fight about. So when you fight about the shoes being left in a weird place, it's not about the shoes. It's about something else. So I think you really need to resolve those issues. Whatever it was you fought about, don't just sweep it under the rug. Because I do see that there is more coming. Reconciliation coming. But the warning here, the advice is don't let it continue to repeat. Also, when going into the discussion of reconciling or smoothing it over and moving on, what it's saying is don't be a haha, I was right kind of person. Don't be a, okay, I forgive you, but kind of person. Don't be a, yeah, I understand what you're coming from, but I'm right. You know, so you got to be careful about that. But this is all about the potential for a new beginning. We have bookends again. And the bookends here for this reading, we've got a brand new adventure. This is the Fool. That's about starting over. And this is about the cycles of life. This is the Empress, which is also about a little mystery and not knowing quite what's going to happen. That's okay on a new journey, but circle back here to the inside, what I told you. If you don't fix it, though, it's going to continue. If you don't address it, Nobody knows what's wrong unless you say it. You can't assume somebody knows what you're saying. You can't just hint about it. I'm the queen of giving like analogies or metaphors, and I hope people get it. That's not the way to go. I need to be direct. I need to say what I mean. This is true for you as well. You need to say what you mean, be direct. Doesn't mean to be mean. Just tell it like it is, the truth. And get on the same page. Get on the same page. And I do see, though, that reconciliation is coming. But if you don't do some of that inner work, it'll repeat itself. And you'll do it again. And it's no fun. No fun. I know that, too. Unfortunately, I know a lot of those kinds of things. I can relate. Well, good luck. I'm interested to find out what happens if you feel like sharing. Okay, I'm sorry I missed you by, I scrolled and I think it bumped. We've got Lily 2911. How are you, Lily? Can you tell me about my life purpose in this lifetime? Okay, let us see. We're going to use the Wizard's Tarot. A little magic. We want a little magic. We want to see my life purpose in this lifetime. All right. What is your life purpose in this lifetime? My life purpose is to read tarot cards and help people figure things out. We all need a little help to figure things out sometimes. Okay, your life purpose. Well, I think you're successful. Wow, this is great. Your life purpose is, you are just destined for good things. And amazingly, we've got the 10 of Cups, which is that true happiness. We've got the 2 of Cups, which is the bringing together of two energies that are dear to your heart. It's traditionally a love card. We've got 7 of Cups, which means there are multiple loving and giving ways for you to choose from or to potentially help people with. And then here we have the 7 of Pentacles, which is about growing things. This is amazing because I just said before I even laid this out that my purpose, I was kind of half kidding, but not really. My purpose is to help people. You, I think, have lots of choices on how to help people reach their true potential. Now, I'm not sure what line of work you're in. I don't know if it's kind of a human services field, even being a financial planner, even though that's not like human services like social work or anything like that. That's helping people, though. This looks like you've got a lot of things and a lot of opportunity that you can help people achieve this. This is the 10 and this is the 2 of Cups. We've got bookends. We've got the working hard and all the choices. I think you're here to help people. Wow, I really think so. I'm getting that really strongly. I wonder if you feel like sharing, post what line of work you're in. I'm curious if you are in some kind of line of work that you would be helping people. But that looked like a really, really good one. All right, my friends, we are at the end of the hour. I am going to select one more reading to round out the night or the day, and then we are going to wrap it up. So let me see. I'm sorry, I totally lost my place again. Let's get back. All right, Glossy Scorpio, can you please tell me if I've conceived this current cycle or when I will get pregnant? Let's find out. All right, guys, this is going to be my last reading for today. If you did not get your question answered, please know it's never, ever, ever personal. And if you don't like waiting or you just feel like you're not getting your question answered, again, drop a donation. It bumps you to priority and it can be in any amount. So, all right, so we're wanting to see if you've conceived or when you might get pregnant. So let's find out if we can get a little insight into the energy. This is for Glossy Scorpio. I'm looking at some pregnancy cards. We want to see the Empress is what we want to see. We want to see the Empress. That would be a hell yeah. That would be a oh yeah. The rest are done. We don't even need to look at the other cards. All right. So we'll see if we can see a when. If we don't see something positive about that. Oh boy. Oh boy, we got some new stuff coming in. All right. Okay. All right. We've got some new things. We've got some new things coming in. We've got the Princess of Pentacles, which is the page. This is news about your daily life changing. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Your daily life is going to change. You're also going to have a new love, a brand new opportunity for a new love. Wow, that's about a baby. And I'm telling you, I have 2 kids. You think you know how much you can love somebody until you have a child. Then you're like, I never knew I could love somebody this much. So that is awesome. So I'm seeing some news about a new love. And then I'm seeing here, you need to, this is a message to you very directly. You need to stop focusing on the oh no's. Don't focus on the oh no, or what if. You're overthinking it. And guess what overthinking does? It puts the stop on your, not on your cycle, literally. Your cycle keeps going. It's a cycle. It's biology. It just happens. But haven't you ever heard stories about people who, oh my gosh, I've been trying and trying. The minute I stopped trying, I got pregnant. Or the minute I adopted a baby, I got pregnant. Or, you know, I have a friend who was getting in vitro, never happened. And then she decided just to quit. She got pregnant. And then a month after she had her baby, she got pregnant with baby number 2. So it happens. Now, I know that's harder said than done, or easier said than done. I mean, of course, when you're in your own heads, because you have emotions. But this is saying the Queen of Swords is telling the Nine of Swords, knock it off. Stop it. Say that. Stop it. Good stuff is coming. Now, let's do an endgame card. This looks to be in the beginning. So it looks like, yes, coming soon, but it does not tell me if it's this month. Let's get an endgame card. We want to know, is it this month is what we want to know. Oh, okay. So we have Temperance. That's about balance. That's about having it all. So the cards are suggesting that this might be the month. This might be the cycle. You know, the only thing I would have seen that made me believe that stronger would have been like what's her name? I can't even think. The High Priestess with the moons, the cycles of the moon. That means cycles, so that's why I would have thought cycle. But this one is just as good because it's all about having balance and having it all. So, again, follow medical advice. Don't base any decisions on a tarot reading. But the energy is looking like, yes, things are happening. These 3 right here are telling me that. These 2 are saying, get out of your head. Be positive. Imagine it happening. Don't keep thinking about the how. Don't keep thinking about the what ifs. Imagine it happening. Picture yourself looking at the pregnancy test with a positive sign. It's law of attraction. It works. Humor me. Do it. Not even kidding. All right, my friends, let me double check donations. I don't want to ever leave anybody behind who donated. Want to thank you all. I've had such a great time. Tune in tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern to see the night reader and get a reading from him. And please come back tomorrow at 12 Central Time for tarot at 12. And thank you for letting me read for you. You guys, I am very grateful that you're here. Have a great rest of your day.